Brett Siegel has just released a report and is giving us the latest surrounding our Chicago Bulls and the head coaching search, mentioning that Sean Sweeney and Chris Quinn could be the front runners for the job. Y'all know we gonna talk about it, break it all down, but you know you gotta hear the music first.
Cognac, gang.
Shy Bulls podcast with the Cognac Boys. I'm Cognac Boy Bobby, and I'm bringing you the latest surrounding our Chicago Bulls. But before we get into it, don't freeload. Make sure you go ahead and support the channel and help us on our goal to reach 10K. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel by the super two-step process. Like button and subscribe, man. Now, wait. My man's Brett Siegel over there from Clutch Points came out with a little bit of information regarding all of the head coaching openings around the NBA. That is none of my concern. I'm only focused on the Chicago Bulls. And we do know we had that list of candidates who is going to be interviewed by the Chicago Bulls. Just for a reminder and to provide context, those names included Sean Sweeney, Chris Quinn, Micah Nori, Dave Bliss, Tiago Splitter, and Johnny Bryant. Now we are receiving more intel via Brett Siegel, and he's suggesting that the front runners to the job is looking like Sean Sweeney or Chris Quinn. And he says this: early indications from Chicago point in a direction of Sweeney and Quinn being the franchise front runners for the head coaching role. He also provided us with a little bit of insight on when we should expect a decision to be made when it comes to placing that head coach in that role for the Chicago Bulls. Going out there and saying that sources are telling him that the Bulls will advance to the next stages of interviews in their hiring process next week with the intentions of putting together a firm list of finalists. Word from Chicago is that the Bulls would like to lock in their next head coach by the second week of June. And that's something we already kind of knew. That's something that we already was anticipating pretty much from last week's reporting that Brett Siegel put out there for us all to see. When we talk about Sean Sweeney or Chris Quinn, I think you can't go wrong with either one of these guys. We look at Sean Sweeney, we look at his time working behind Jason Kidd, and we looking at him being a developmental coach, getting his start off as a video coordinator years and years ago. And now you look at him with the San Antonio Spurs, and you see how he was able to help build this team up and help them reach this level to where now tomorrow we're going to be watching the San Antonio Spurs in a game 7 to go to the finals. Obviously, there was a lot of different things that transpired with the personnel of that team, but you still look at it and say, hey, this young coaching staff behind Mitch Johnson, it's very, very impressive. And they have, you seen guys like rookie Dylan Harper develop and have himself a really good game last night after struggling the last few games. Then you see the development of guys like Carter Bryant. Obviously, Wemby was going to be a dog. But then we see that Sean Sweeney has had his hands in a lot of different things, and that's why I'm not mad if the Chicago Bulls decide to go and, give him the job. And then when it comes to a guy like Chris Quinn, he spent his entire time with the Miami Heat, and we already know what that culture is about. We already know what he's going to potentially bring to the table. And Brett Siegel even quoted Udonis Haslem in his reporting, saying that when you ask Udonis Haslem about a guy like Chris Quinn, he raves about him, saying, yeah, we all know that Eric Spoelstra, and I'm paraphrasing here, he said that we all know that Eric Spoelstra's voice, carries weight within the locker room. Chris Quinn's does as well. So that's really good stuff that you want to hear, because you know Udonis Haslam, he not going to sugarcoat for nothing. He ain't going to go out there and gaslight us and have us believing some nonsense. If he don't believe in something, if he don't rock with you, Udonis Haslam absolutely will let you know where he stands. You know what I'm saying? And that's much respect to him. And Chris Quinn has been with the Miami Heat for a very long time, knows what is required, knows how it feels, you know what I'm saying, to be a part of a winning organization with standards. And that's the toughness and the standards we would like in Chicago. Now, if you asking me, of the two, I will rank Sean Sweeney higher than Chris Quinn, but I think Chris Quinn will be right behind Sean Sweeney if we had a ranking to put out outside of the guys that are already there. Brett Siegel also mentioned that Tiago Splitter, though he is in or has will interview with the Chicago Bulls, I haven't seen anything saying that Tiago Splitter has already completed that interview. Tiago Splitter, I'm talking about him because he is one of my favorites on this list. He did mention that Tiago Splitter is a guy that's really keeping his, decisions close to remaining in Portland. Once Portland makes that decision, we'll see if it's him, or maybe, he may become a finalist for the Chicago Bulls spot. We shall see. I'm not necessarily mad at it either. I just want the Chicago Bulls to go out there and get the right guy to bring into Chicago, because I keep saying it. I'm going to say it one more time and probably another 2 more times tomorrow. We need some toughness in here. We need some guys that's going to develop these young players on this basketball team. We want to see if Rob Dillon has anything to offer. Can Leonard Miller take a step forward? Can Montes expand his role? What can Josh Giddey do for us? And we want to see something, a process or a plan put together for the guys that we're going to draft in the middle of June. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to be watching this whole entire thing closely, bro. And just to hear some of this stuff right now is very interesting and intriguing, to say the least. I'm really excited for it. If these guys do end up on the Chicago Bulls finalist list, I will not be mad, because I think that Bryson Graham has put together a really, really impressive list of candidates to become the next head coach for the Chicago Bulls. I wouldn't be mad at any of the hires. I told you guys, Micah Nori, a guy that's mentioned with the list, has done it in the playoffs, taking over for Chris Finch. Dave Bliss with the Oklahoma City Thunder has been around Billy Donovan and Coach Dagnall right now. So those are impressive, and he's been a part of those developmental pieces over there. If you look at Oklahoma City Thunder, you'd be like, God, how many players they got coming off the bench that can come in and give them solid minutes? It's just so crazy. And I would imagine that some of that credit goes to Dave Bliss, man. So I wouldn't be mad at any of them. We just gonna probably be waiting around next week to where we hear who are the finalists, and then the following week we may be finding out who our next head coach will be right ahead of the draft. And I think that if it is the second week in June, that gives you ample time to work closely with the coaching staff to see who fits your style on how you want to coach and how you all can come together. Ultimately, that's going to be Bryson Graham's decision to give him, the said coach, the best players possible. And I can't wait to see what happens, man. I can't wait to see what happens. Sean Sweeney and Chris Quinn are really good candidates. May the best man win. And I hope that the Chicago Bulls get it right. But hey, Nocturnal, what's the word? That would be awesome if either one of them gets the job. I agree with you, man. I agree with you 100%. Ro, what's the word? Said get Sweeney. I ain't mad at it. Jacob Pone in the building. What's up, Wheelchair Job Morant? What's the word, brother? Hope you feeling well. Bobby, folks, we finna get a wide ear coach. We litty. You funny, bro. Auntie Goon, what's the word? She said, nephew, what's up, man? How you been? How you been doing? For real. It's definitely been getting hot outside. You know, in Chicago, it get hot. on top of everything. On the real. SP, no wilding in this chat today. I'm just playing, bro. Because you almost had me say some crazy stuff, because sometimes I just be clicking stuff. But now you make me realize I need to read certain stuff from you specifically before I put it on the screen. For real. SP says, regardless of who we sign, this is shaping to be a promising future, just like C Dub and me. Wow. See, you already started and you got me again. No wonder why you laughing. Nothing at work. Chilling. It's hot now, nephew. This job over fucking hot. Hey, man, it be like that sometimes. It absolutely be like that sometimes. That's the crazy thing. But hey, man, it's Friday. We definitely turning up and definitely getting ready for the weekend. I'm about to kick it with my OG. It's gonna be one hell of a time. But hey, y'all, how y'all feeling about those lottery odds? I'm gonna have to get myself and do a deeper dive into it. But it seemed like it's an intriguing thing, and for a team that doesn't want to per se be dumpster juice and kind of stay in the mid, it helps the Chicago Bulls with all the changes that are coming down. So I think the changes to the lottery are very, very intriguing to say the least. For real. Auntie Goon say she can't wait till the Bull season start. I'm with you. I mean, it's exciting times around here in Chicago. We got Bryson Graham in the front office that's in place. We are waiting to see what happens with our head coach search, and we're just trying to pretty much see who we can get in this draft. It's just, for me, I laid out my plan. There's 3 crucial events coming up for the Chicago Bulls. Head coach. Then we turn our focus to the draft. Then we turn our focus to free agency, and we get ready to see how creative these guys can be. We're going to see if Bryson Graham is going to be more so aggressive than I think he should be with the number 4 pick, or even I say be more aggressive with the 15, but we're going to see what Bryson Graham is going to do. We're going to see how he is going to start shaping this team into his own image. Hey, we got to see what's to it, man. I think it's going to be in. Auntie Goose says she want Io back. We'll see what happens with that. There's some rumors regarding Io while we're on Io, pretty much suggesting that the Minnesota Timberwolves may look to move off Dante DiVincenzo just to create more money to retain Io Dosunmu. And I think that he already put it out there that they're going to get the first opportunity before he looks elsewhere. But obviously, he's still going to look. So we'll see. SP said the lottery is making me feel almost as happy as the first. You keep getting me. I gotta slow down. And take a breath. Not even gonna lie to you on that one. But hey, if you just joining us, Brett Siegel has reported that Chris Quinn and Sean Sweeney, early indications are suggesting that they are the front runners for the Chicago Bulls. Make sure y'all interact and let me know how y'all feeling down below if you are just joining us right now. Jay Capone says, I hope we get dogs. My dream draft, Caleb Wilson and Keaton Wagler. Now, if you want Keaton Wagler, that means the Chicago Bulls are going to have to trade up to a favorable spot, and then they'll have to snag them if that's your dream. And I'm not mad at both of those players. If we're staying pat, I'm hoping we can get a Caleb Wilson or a Cam Boozer, but I'm going to just narrow it down and put it on wax. I'll say Caleb Wilson based off of his ceiling that he could potentially reach and just be a force. And then I would love to pair him with Cameron Carr. When we talk about Cameron Carr, we talking about a legit 3-and-D player. And I'm not talking about defense. I'm talking about threes and destruction, threes and dunks. That's what I'm talking about. Basketball fans, bro, going to the UC and seeing Cam Carr, Caleb Wilson, Montes Buzelis with Josh Giddey running a transition. Oh, man, guys better have a hard hat. That's all I know. If it can happen. Chauncey joining us said, go, New York, go, New York, go. Look, I can't even be a hater. And I'm only singing the song because I watch First Take just about every single morning, and Stephen A plays that shit all episode long. And I can't even hate, bro. I can't even hate. Hopefully, hey, I can't even hate. As a Bulls fan, I can't hate right now. I want to hate, but I can't say shit, bro. We trash. We trash. We trying to build this thing up. I got to keep it a buck, man. I got to keep it a buck. Plus, if you would have came in here on yesterday, I probably would have talked a little smack to you, but it's Friday, my favorite day of the week, and we just going to go ahead and keep it a bing and say, I can't hate. Key Willingham says, can't go wrong with either one. I agree with that, man. I think both guys are tough. Y'all want to know what I think Sean Sweeney told Carter Bryant yesterday? That man said, go truck Shea. Because ain't no way Carter Bryant truck Shea like that, bruh. He said, I'm tired of these flopping mofos. Go truck them. You got my you got my permission. Go truck them. That's some toughness, man. We need some toughness around here. For real. I think the Bulls going to be nasty next season. I think it's too early for me. I have optimism just like you, Auntie, but I want to see more moves happen for the Chicago Bulls if I'm keeping it a buck. I want to see more moves. You know what I'm saying? And they won't. I don't think we're going to be trading Patrick Williams anytime soon, Auntie, simply because who's going to want him? Who's going to want him? And I'm not giving up assets just so you could take this player, bro. I just won't do it. I just won't do it. We just going to have to deal with him coming off the bench, giving us 9 points and 4 rebounds. That's just what we're going to have to deal with, for real. But, hey, just imagine if Acme was still here. We already trade out for a pick for 2 second-round picks. That's crazy. Are we doing a 4th pick for 4 second-rounders? That'll be absolutely absurd, and we'll be marching to the United Center. So AK, he know how we feel because we ain't gonna play with him. No, the real. Auntie Gold says SGA one flopping mofo. I can't stand him. I got Spurs beating them. Hey, we got a game 7 in the Western Conference with 2 of the best teams in the league. I love it. I think it's going to be a hell of a matchup, man. But, hey, man, that is it, y'all. The latest has been reported via Brett Siegel that the Chicago Bulls frontrunners early indications are suggesting that Sean Sweeney and Chris Quinn are the frontrunners. We'll keep you guys updated. But for the people that's joining, man, or have joined in, make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you hit that like button. It's the easiest way to support the channel. And we are on our road to 10K. If you are new to the channel, come kick it with the Cognac Boys, myself and C-Dub. You're gonna love what we do over here. Easiest way to support us, subscribe. We on the road to 10K. Don't freeload, man. Don't freeload. And if you are catching this video once it's all said and done, hey, make sure you go ahead and leave them comment box down below. I want to know, who do you want? Who would you prefer? I know there are some people toting the line, and I agree with you with saying that I'm good with either one. Let's put it on wax, man. Who would you rather have? Sean Sweeney or Chris Quinn? Let us know down below, man. What are we talking about? The 90s Bulls or the Rose Bulls? That's all that is worth talking about. No, it's not. We're in the middle of a head coaching search. That's what we talking about. Come on, Chi-Town Rob. We in the middle of trying to figure out who the next head coach for to be. And I ain't throwing no shade on the D-Rose Bulls. I ain't throwing no shade on the 90s Bulls. I don't even remember them championships, bro. I was born in 94. I don't remember none of them championships. I'm trying to see if Bryson Graham is going to set my team up for success. We have 2 guys that early indications are suggesting they are the front runners. I'm trying to see if Bryson Graham finna hit a home run. And either one of these guys will be the home run. My suggestion, let me get Sean. I ain't mad at it. Right. I understand that, Rob, but that's not the point. There's a lot of things to talk about and going on in Bulls Nation right now. That's all I'm saying. Hustle Beast coming. He said, let's go. See Red. You already know. For real. My man Antone. Chris Quinn for me. I ain't mad at it. We can't go wrong with either coach. And one says he'll be him. Billy, what's the word? What up, Bobby? I think Caleb probably wants to be there for the Bulls. Give me Caleb, Boozer, and Ade. Bulls need a 7-4 center. I ain't mad at either one of those names that you said. I think the stock on Mara rose tremendously, though, man. I think we're gonna, before I get up out of here, I think we're about to enter the era of where teams just start drafting bigs for no reason. For real. I think we about to, and the team's gonna be doing it just so they can have a big that can guard Wemby. Somebody probably trying to look to China to see if they finna create another Yao Ming. For real. They about to go see who the next 7'5" mofo coming out of anywhere. If he in Croatia, they gonna be looking at him. You know what I'm saying? I think that's something that's gonna be right there for sure. Chi-Town Rob said, I do. I saw all of them. I'm going to tell you right now, it don't matter what the Bulls do because as long as health is not a concern, Boston, OKC, San Antonio going to run the league. Look, man. Damn. We building. Hopefully we can get some damn luck. You know what I'm saying? You never know throughout a season. They can absolutely run the league. But tell me if I'm lying. At the start of the playoffs, you thought, or I wouldn't even try to suggest what you thought. The general thing was that the Eastern Conference Finals was going to come down to either New York being there or Boston being there and winning. That's what the general consensus was. Anything can happen. OKC, AJ Mitchell is hurt. J-Dub is hurt. Injuries happened, which why we had six different championships over the last 6 seasons. It's crazy work, bro. Hey, we got a long way to go. But right now, we trying to build this thing up. I'm not over bloviating or saying that the Bulls are going to be championship contenders next year. I understand that. We going to be trash. But we need to build this thing up. Chuck, what's the word? I'm old as fuck, Bobby. I graduated in 94. See? Y'all get the hang on to that and love that. Not me. I can't do it. We had to go back and watch. My generation. The 90s, baby. We had to go back on YouTube and watch. And it's not the same. We all know it's not the same. We know that. Last one. Might as well get a center made in China. We could never have enough smart Asians around. I ain't mad at it, bro. But hey, that is it for me today, y'all. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. If there is anything else that is coming out of regarding our head coaching search, myself and C-Dub or C-Dub will be bringing you the latest around the Bulls, man. The support has been tremendous, so I want to say thank you to those new subscribers and our family members that's been rocking with us since inception. Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all always see red. Y'all already know. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one for sure. Peace.
Cognac. Gang.